Hello and welcome back to my Nissan NV200 van conversion. It's just a short video this week as I've been noticing some marks on my van cab headliner for quite a while, and it turns out to be mould, so it got me thinking, why is there mould appearing on the headliner? A quick peek under would reveal why. In order not to bend or break the headliner, I first had to remove the fixings holding it in place. This started with the 4 trim clips holding the edge to the ceiling. I then removed the curtain so I had better access to the headliner. I pulled off the door sills, grabbed a Torx T30 bit to remove the sun visors, and pulled the lights and sensors out of their holes too. It was at this point I could have a proper look under the headliner and see why it had become mouldy. As expected, there was an abundance of condensation clinging to the uninsulated van ceiling. It really was in a bad way up there, so I removed the headliner completely and could begin phase 1, cleaning the headliner. I was really keen to get as many of the mould marks off as possible, and to do this I used an off-the-shelf household fabric cleaner and some elbow grease, as the last thing I wanted to do was bleach or mark the headliner. Having gone over it a couple of times and given it a good scrub, it was looking much better, and by the looks of it, the headliner was pretty pleased to have had a clean. I could then leave it to dry in the hot British winter sun, or leant up against a radiator. But while it dries, let me tell you how I'll be insulating the cab ceiling. So this is my van ceiling, and this is me installing the ply panels a little under a year ago. You'll see all the silver foil bubble wrap insulation up there, and I wanted to do the same for the cab ceiling. But how can I be sure that this was working and would do the trip for the cab as well? Well, you've already seen the condensation on the bare metal, so I decided to have a peek under the ply on the same cold morning I was removing the headliner. Not a drop in sight, and the plywood panel is in as good a condition as the day I put it up. Checking this gives me lots of confidence that not only will the condensation be minimised or even stopped, but that I'm using a method that will solve the problem for years to come. The other benefit of using foil bubble wrap insulation is that it's really thin and won't interfere with the shape of the headliner or how it fits to the van ceiling. With that settled, I wiped the ceiling to get rid of any moisture and could begin insulation. It's a fairly simple process. I cut a piece of insulation to length, stick it in place using aluminium foil tape along the edges, and then repeat the process again until the whole ceiling is insulated. With that done, I could replace the headliner, which went back up as easily as it came down. was that. The entire van ceiling is now insulated. It seems blindingly obvious that you'd insulate the cab as well from the outset. That said, it was really easy to do at this later stage in my van build, and now that it's done, I don't have to worry about condensation or mould again in the future. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out the 20+ other videos I've got in my van build series, where I cover tons of other topics for converting a van into a camper. Thanks for watching.